was never bullied because I was a perfect child. No, I was bullied all through school, and I mean, yeah, like right from probably like elementary through to high school, and I think I blocked out most of it from my memory because it was pretty horrible. But yeah, no, I was probably bullied, and it wasn't like horrible, like it wasn't like, but you know, definitely got picked on pretty constantly all through my school years, which is kind of just, I think what's horrible is that people tend to just accept that as like a reality. It's like, oh yeah, well, you just get bullied and that's kind of what happens. And you know, I don't think it has to be that way. And I think, you know, now it's starting to change a little where people start to realize that no, like you don't have to tolerate that, and it can be better, you know. Homophobia, I guess it's, you know, definitely getting better. Like, I mean, when I went to school, there was no one out in my town, let alone my school, really. And now, so I didn't really come out till I was like 21. And whereas I know now kids are coming out like at 13, 14, which seems crazy. But so I guess that means that it has changed and it's gotten better. Although it's still, you know, you still hear homophobic words and stuff, and it's still used to tease people and stuff. And so as much as we've come some ways, I think we've still got a long way to come. I mean, really, it's just a matter of, I think, as simple as not tolerating it. I think, again, like for so long, people just kind of let it happen and you know, expect that and think that it's just a part of growing up in that, and that it's fine because it's happened for so long that makes it fine. But you know, it's really not. And I think you know, campaigns like this and other ones recently have really done a lot, I think, of awareness, and I think it's you know, showing that it's really widespread and it's happening everywhere and it's not okay. And yeah, no, of course it is possible to change. I think it's changing. Just the more people that come out and the more kind of normalized it gets, the easier it becomes. You know, I think for so long, like when I was coming up, like when I was in high school, you know, like I said, nobody was out. There were definitely some gay people at my school, but nobody was out. So it was this really bizarre, weird thing. You know, and I knew I was different, and I think like my bullies knew I was gay before I did, and so I got picked on because I was gay. But now that more and more people are coming out, and you're just realizing, and you're kind of more, the more gay people you experience in that, and then because once you get to know somebody and you realize, oh, they're just like me, then I think that changes things. I think people just need to get to know a gay person.
Yeah. Have you found in your personal life that you've come into conflict because of your identity?
Say that again?
Have you come into any conflicts with your identity? I remember I actually was at your show a few years ago in Guelph, because you performed at the River Run, and somebody in the back started heckling you.
Oh my God, that was a weird show.
You said it was like the first time you've ever been heckled or something like that.
Yeah, that was a weird show. I mean, it's, you know, I just stand up and, you know, I tour like the world, and you know, I've toured like northern Alberta, like places where you would expect me being gay to be a real issue. And for the most part, it's really not been an issue. Like, people are pretty cool and supportive, and that's actually one of the most validating things of what I do, is that I get to talk openly about who I am and being gay, and to get that kind of immediate approval from a crowd every night is like, it makes me feel really good, and it kind of heals the wounds of like high school days. But yeah, I mean, of course there's gonna be moments that there are idiots out there, and you can't really avoid that. You know, for me, I always think of my bullies like, okay, you know, they bullied me in school, but now, you know, they're working in factories and pumping my gas, so ultimately I win. Yep. So I'm on TV, bullies, so now they just watch me at home. So
speaking of you being on TV,
the important thing is, if you're bullied, kids, don't worry, because you know, you're gonna end up being really successful, and the people who bullied you will serve you coffee at the diner. So it's gonna be okay. That's because bullies only pick on people who they're jealous of and insecure. So they're, you know.
Well, speaking of you being on TV, you know, after telling a few people, yeah, I'm going to go down and watch music interview Trevor Boris, they go, well, isn't that a little ironic that he has a show that rips on people?
I know, people. Yeah, I know, it's a little weird, because in a way, some people think I am a bully. Yeah, and I guess I don't, you know, I think it's a little different when it's something like, you know, it's like, you know, Britney Spears who, you know, I'm not really picking on her per se. It's like, you know, we're kind of having fun with how ridiculous, you know, videos are and how over the top they are. And, you know, I don't make any personal attacks on the show, I don't think. Although you can now cut to a clip of me making a personal, I'm sure I have, but, you know, I think it's a little different, and again, it's, yeah. But I see how sometimes I can be a I don't think I'm a bully, we're just having fun. It's all out of love. Listen, using homophobic slurs like fag and gay, it's wrong. Listen, all right? Say things like, oh, that's so gay. Well, you know what? That's kind of gay. All right? So stop it. Or I'm going to come down there and I'm going to bully you. That's right. That's how it works. All right? I'm going to put you on video on trial, and then I'm going to... No, okay. No, bullying is not the answer to bullying. That's what I've learned.